Hello guys, so this video, I don't really have a clear format for it, but it's just something I want to get off my chest pretty much. So I'm going to go into, I'll just talk and I'll try and think of the shit I want to say as I'm talking. So pretty much, I've been noticing, this has always been around, I guess, right? But especially since Venezuela happened. Basically, the conservative movement is very, like, gung-ho, let's say, as of late, right? They're very, like, galvanized, you know? Like, they're excited, you could say, whatever. Like, they treat that as a big success. And you know what? Not really the biggest fan of foreign interventions in general, but, like, Trump did do a pretty decent job at it. He went in, took Maduro out pretty fast. Good for him. Good for him, right? So whatever. I mean, credit to the Donald, I guess. He did a pretty solid job there. But what I've noticed now is, so there's a couple things kicking off simultaneously. You know, you have the Greenland discussion. Let's call it that. You got Cuba. There's some talk about Cuba. Cuba's in a little bit of trouble right now. You got Colombia. Colombia's potentially next on the list, but doesn't seem like it because they're getting busy with something else I'm going to talk about. The main one seems like Iran. Again, you know, it's not the first time they've tried to take out Iran. Now they're going with Iran again. Fucking just, you know, protests in like multiple different towns at once, kind of coordinated, you know, whatever. There's some violence that was accompanying the protests pretty early on, gunshots, that sort of thing, you know, the jazz. This has happened before. Israel had, and America, but especially Israel really has their teeth in Iran. Like, they're very good at sabotage and inciting violence and protests and that sort of thing. And also the Iranian regime is pretty, it's got issues, let's put it that way, right? But if it's got issues, right, I mean, why does it need a foreign intervention to take it down? You know what I mean? If it's so bad, it's so, like, whatever, right? Like, it's destined to fall. So, like, why do you constantly need to do airstrikes, assassinate people? Why do you constantly do this shit if they're going to just collapse on their own anyway, right? But whatever. So, the point of this video, though, what I want to make is I had this perception about conservatives, right? About, like, the conservative movement in the West. And I think, you know, I'll say I'm wrong, but I think what's really going on is they're switching up, right? So what I think is happening now is the conservative movement for a while, courtesy of guys like Nick Fuentes and Tucker Carlson, I honestly credit mostly to those two, maybe Matt Walsh a little bit, but I would say mostly those two, right? And there's some other people out there, I'm sure, but these are the guys I watch, right? Those two specifically. And basically, conservatives were trending towards isolationism, right? Being isolationist, right? So, like, why'd they want to be isolationist? To me, what my idea is, you know, America fought a couple wars on behalf of Israel, and no one really was happy with the results of them, let's say, right? No one was particular. They all thought it was a waste of time. 100,000 Americans killed themselves. You know, it was kind of like a big debacle. And so Americans were pissed off, right? So Americans began trending towards, like, all right, we should just, like, not do foreign wars, right? Like, it's, in the modern day, it's tough to, like, be genuinely isolationist, right? It's like, you could say it's almost impossible because of the position America has and yada yada. You can say it's not even feasible, right? But the thing with the conservatives, I think they wanted to tone it down. Like, we're not fighting wars for Israel, just like point blank period, right? This is my perception, and I was on board with that. Like, you know, I'll get into it, I guess, as the video goes on, but I'm not, like, really a big fan of the American and Israeli foreign policy, right? I'm in Canada, so it's like we're kind of like the stooges that get tagged along with whatever the U.S. does, right? If the U.S. invades in our fucking country, they'll bring a couple Canadians along as, like, a token force, and we'll be involved, but, like, we're not really important. You know, it's mostly America and maybe UK and Israel, right? Those are, like, the three. Maybe France. Like, those are, like, the four players there, you can say. And it's mostly dominated by America and Israel. Those are, like, the real two. Now, it's just so, I'm looking at this discourse, right, after post-Venezuela, right, and the fucking Americans were thrilled with how Venezuela went. You know, we got Maduro, we got Aura, we got memes, yada yada, like, forget, like, whatever, like, the isolationist thing, forget, like, you know, new foreign wars, Or, like, forget, like, bucking Israel's influence before we do anything else, or yada yada. But whatever, they're happy. They won a war pretty fast. I don't know if they necessarily won the war. I think it could drag on something longer over time. But for now, let's give it to them. They won the war. Now we got Iran, right? Which is going on right now. And fucking all these Americans, I'm seeing these guys, like, I'll go through, like, a name or two, but I see all these guys fucking thrilled at the idea of overthrowing the Iranian government. Like, they're fucking so happy with it. And so my question is, like, when did the conservative movement go back to being fucking Zionists? Because, like, as far as I was aware, like, we were, like, not going in that direction, and now we are, bro. Now the American government has a blank check to overthrow Israel's biggest enemy pretty well. The people that are sponsoring Hezbollah and the Houthis, and they're helping out Hamas and shit, and they're helping out Assad before Assad got taken out and yada yada. Like, this is their, like, little thing they got going on. And it's basically geared towards being anti-Israel, right? And they're in trouble now. Now they might get taken out, they might not. Iran has weathered the storm a few times, so we'll see what they do here. But it's not looking great, to be honest. Like, they are having quite a bit of issues right now. And I see the fucking, I see these fucking Americans making posts online, like, can't wait for Iranian baddies, like, art hoes to come to the States. And I'm just like, yo, like, what the fuck happened to you people? Like, did we not, like, agree that Israeli influence should be purged from the States? I thought we agreed on that. I thought we were kind of on the same page there. Like, fuck Israel, Like, no Americans should be dying for another foreign war. For the sake of Israel, is my whole point, right? Like, I thought we were on the same page there. Like, no more foreign wars for Israel. We might fight a foreign war for our interests, but not for Israel. And now they've switched up, and now they're pretty much, because I think they're fucking high off their farts, you know what I mean? Like, they took out Venezuela, did a good job at it. So now we're going to do Iran, and it's like, fuck it, we're America. Why not, man? And it's just like, these people are goyim, bro. You know what I mean? They don't see the bigger picture. They don't see that they're falling into a trap that they've already fallen into. Like, imagine you stepped on a fucking bear trap, and then you stepped on a second one after you already stepped on the first one. It's like, what are you doing, bro? Like, are you fucking stupid? Like, this isn't, like, bro, why is Trump not fucking doing anything about Israel, but he's fucking doing everything anyone else? He's saying Greenland, Cuba, Colombia, he did Venezuela, now Iran. Now he's saying if Iran shoots any of the protesters, that's gonna give us the reason we need to go in there and fucking sort out Iran and yada yada, and he's doing this fucking shit again. He brought up Canada. I never took that seriously. I never really figured he'd do fucking anything. He's not that base, bro. He wouldn't actually go and, like, fucking overthrow Cardi, Trump will do just enough to make his base happy, but he's not gonna do anything, like, over the top, And I think he'd fuck it up anyway. I wouldn't really want him to be here anyway, but putting that aside, like, we're going backwards, bro. I'm starting to, like, understand what it was like in 2003 when, like, they went in Iraq, and, like, 2011 Libya and whatever. It's like, guys, like, you're making the same mistake that you already fucking made, bro. You're fighting these fucking conflicts, these proxy wars, on behalf of fucking Israel. You bombed Iran last fucking year. I know to Americans that's a very long time. Like, what, last year? Fuck, you're talking about like 1,000 years ago at that point. What? I just ate a burger yesterday. That's all I remember. Listen, you guys are making the same fucking mistake that you keep fucking making. And it's like, at this point, you actually deserve to be ruled by Israel, bro. Like, American people deserve what they get, man. They deserve what they get. Like, they deserve having their politicians compromised and being on the Epstein list. They deserve fighting these stupid fucking foreign wars. They deserve having 100,000 American soldiers blow their fucking brains out post 9/11. They deserve that, bro. Okay? They deserve it. 100% they deserve it. And Canada deserves its situation. It deserves it because you get what you deserve. And Israel deserves what it gets because they just do a better job than the rest of the fucking people. You know what I mean? The Goyim, right? That's what we call them. They deserve it. Not that I'm happy about it. Not that I think they should deserve it, but they just do because they're more professional, bro. And they're more cutthroat. They're more serious people. They go at their enemies way differently than we do. And this is what it is, bro. Like, they have the West by the balls, is what they're doing. And now Iran is in big trouble. I'd like to think Iran could weather the storm. They've done it before, but, like, it looks pretty bad there right now. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm like 50-50. We'll see what happens. I'm leaning towards Iran getting through it, because I have seen them do it before, but this isn't a good situation. It's a clearly coordinated uprising, and there is 110% foreign involvement in that. Not that there's any domestic involvement either. Of course there is, right? Like, there's a lot of shit as an Iranian to be upset about, but there's people who are exploiting that, right? There's people who are like, they're like rubbing their hands like this when they see these fucking people like want to go protest, because they think, hey, we can take down an ideological enemy of ours, right? We have another enemy that is teetering, like Assad was, like Hezbollah right now is in pretty rough shape. Like, they're doing a good job at, like, beating their enemies into submission. You know? They are doing a pretty good fucking job at it. No ifs and or buts about it. Whatever. But enough of praising Israel, because Israel does what Israel does, right? We already know what they do. They cheat, they lie, they steal, they bomb. Like, this is their playbook. This is what they do. This is what the international Jewish presence is about, bro. This is what they do. They will exploit anything they can exploit to put themselves in a better position. Credit to them. They do a pretty good job at it. But what I want to talk about is these conservatives. So I see this guy, what was his name? Templar Pilled, something like that. This guy is sitting here fucking shouting from the bleachers, like, Iran is going down. Yeah, bring back Persia. Woohoo! Fucking, like, this guy's all excited and shit. His name is, like, Templar something. He's, like, a Christian-orientated page. Bro, you are supporting a Israeli fucking proxy war. Like, are you stupid, bro? What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? You know, Netanyahu recently brought up, like, how they're still fighting the Romans and yada yada, and the fucking, that conflict that happened back then, like, it's still happening today. Like, he said some shit like that. He's talking about, like, Europeans, bro. Italians, that type of shit. Like, you're a fucking idiot, bro. Christians, bro. You're a fucking idiot, bro. You're, like, you're seeing these third world fucking people who are run by their, you know, their, I wouldn't necessarily want to live underneath them, don't get me wrong, but, like, whatever. They run their own fucking business. They have their own shit to worry about. They get bombed all the fucking time. They have sabotage. They have this, they have that. They have fucking Mossad constantly at these people's throat, fucking killing people left and right. And you're sitting here like, well, man, well, Persia's coming back, man. Woo! And it's just like, yo, you're a fucking retard, bro. You are a retard. Like, do you think Iraq is sitting here like, man, Iraq's better than ever, dude. Iraq's never been stronger than it is now. It's like, you're a fucking dumbass, bro. And the same thing is going to happen to Iran, assuming the government actually collapses there. The intention is not to place a strong, autonomous Iranian government in power, bro. It's to put yes men in there. Like, people who say yes and they sign the fucking contract, whatever they're given. And that's going to be it, bro. That's what, assuming they win. This is what's going to happen. And you have this fucking idiot Templar Crusader fucking saying, oh, woo, Christians won, bro. What do you say? 250th anniversary of America. Like, this is Ara, bro. Hyping Ara. We're taking down Iran. It's the 250th anniversary. Like, are you a goyim, bro? What the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Seriously, bro. Like, there's something wrong with you to be, like, excited about this shit, bro. You're a fucking idiot, bro. You're a moron, bro. Like, you're genuinely slow, bro. Like, you're never gonna figure nothing out because you just don't have the brain capacity, bro. Like, you really think that this is gonna benefit Christianity, bro? Like, you're fucking, like, you're actually sick in the fucking head, bro. You have something wrong with you. You should go to a fucking, like, psychiatric ward and get your head checked out because you're fucking delusional, bro. You're, like, hallucinating, bro. You're retarded. There's another guy now. The Roman helmet dude, right? I actually watched this guy's content way back in the day. Right? Whatever. Didn't mind it. Thought it was like a decent channel. I don't know if I ever subscribed. I probably did, but I watched a couple of his videos, whatever. Right? This guy's going on about, we're gonna name it back to Persia, bro. Woohoo, Persia. Hey, you want to do me a favor, Persia? Can you take down that statue that where the Romans getting humiliated by the Persian? Yeah, can you take that down, man? Yeah, man, Rome's coming back, dude. Rome got the last laugh, am I right? Like, dog, this is another Israeli fucking proxy war. And the way you're jerking it off, it fucking... Bro, you would think that these guys, like that, it's like the Romans taking down Persia once and for all. Like fucking Julius Caesar rose from the fucking grave, and he's back at it, and he's taking down Persia. The way this guy's talking, you would think that's what's going on. It's a fucking Jew called Netanyahu who's doing this, bro. And his compromised buddy, Donald J. Trump, who's on the fucking Epstein list. And for the record, I want to act like I hate Trump. I kind of do now. But like when he first got elected and whatever, like 2016, I didn't mind, like, I preferred him over Hillary, preferred him over Kamala, but the guy is like a fucking, he's compromised, bro. He is 110% compromised. It's not even a fucking question. This guy doesn't mention Israel's name, bro. Again, he's talking about Greenland. This, like, who the fuck cares about Greenland, bro? How about Israel? How about the fact that a lot of politicians in America are on a fucking list where they diddled kids? And Mossad knows the list, bro. They know who it is, and they have photographs and shit. Who cares about that, right? Yeah, because you're on the fucking list. That's why you don't care about it. Whatever, right? So you have that fucking dude. Like, that guy's just fucking, like he cares about shit that doesn't matter. Hey, man, let's change the name back to Persia. Can we change the name back to Persia, guys? Who the fuck cares? Israel is winning again. Is this what conservatives are cheerleading now? Another Israeli victory. Hey, man, at least we can change the name of this country back to fucking Persia. Like, wow, bro. I'm so excited about that, bro. I'm so excited. And that's definitely gonna make Israel content, and they're not gonna do anything else now. They're definitely not gonna do anything else. No more schemes, no nothing. We changed it back to Persia, dude. Everything's fucking good now. Like, we're not winning, bro. Conservatives are not winning this, like, war with Israel that we have. This conflict of, like, taking back our countries and, like, purging Jewish influence in them. We're not winning, bro. Because they're not smart. You know? Like, they're just not that smart people, to be totally honest with you. And, like, leftists, bro, I mean, leftists are a head case in themselves. I mean, they unironically think that you can, like, take hormones and do surgery and become a different gender. Like, and you can change your sex from what you were born as into something. Like, that's legit just lunacy. That's retarded. Like, that doesn't... This is medical procedures, bro. This isn't, like, what your gender is, you know? This is... We're advanced enough now where we can do crude surgeries and mutilate people and remove their genitals and shit. And now they're going to tell themselves that, I'm a woman now. It's like, okay, bro. Like, who the fuck believes that? No one. No, the answer's no one who's got their fucking head screwed on right actually believes that shit, genuinely. But, you know what, bro? They probably, at this point, they're probably more on the side of, like, anti-Israel, so to speak, than the fucking right is. Because the way I'm looking at the right now, bro, everyone is fucking... Not everyone, of course. Like, I've got a circle of people who are still, you know, like, skeptics, basically. Let's call them that way. So they're not gung-ho about overthrow Iran, overthrow fucking Venezuela, let's do Colombia next, Cuba, Greenland, woo! Like, the people I know aren't really, like, fucking with any of that, you know? But there's a whole lot of people who, like, I would consider to be, like, conservatives, Trump supporters, yada, yada. You know, like, I would assume gravitating towards, like, anti-Zionist, lean towards isolationist type of thing. Let's not do more foreign wars. Let's fucking take it easy. Now, we've done enough foreign wars. Now, I don't see that shit anymore, bro. All those guys, like, they're just all, like, quiet now, you know? And then these other dudes are just fucking going off, man. Like, they're excited. Like, they want another war to happen. So this is where the current conservative movement is. And then you have these fucking idiots. I brought it up earlier. Like, man, I can't wait for the Persian baddies, man. The Persian market for the baddies, it was closed off because they're under sanctions. Can't wait now to fuck a Persian. Like, is that what you fucking care about, bro? Like, is this, like you're making posts online, getting thousands of fucking likes. You're like a political orientated page, and this is the shit you're posting, bro. Like, we're not winning, bro. We're just not... Like, do you think this is what Netanyahu is doing? No, he's fucking making a scheme to overthrow another government or to kill another political dissident in whatever country he wants to do it in. This is what he's doing. And what are conservatives doing? Man, can't wait for the Persian baddies, bro. We're not winning. At this moment, like right now, with the way things are going, the current trajectory, we're not fucking winning, bro. We're not even winning the ideological battle in our own fucking brains, bro. Forget the physical battle of actually trying to physically take down Israeli. We haven't even gotten there yet because we're losing the mental battle before we even fucking get there, guys. This is where we are right now. This is the current fucking thing. You got Nick Fuentes. Like, I think Nick's one of the better conservatives right now, but he flip-flops too much, bro. He's talking about Venezuela, your oil, my choice. It's like you're playing into Israel's fucking hand right now, bro. More foreign interventions. That's what we're gonna do. Fucking, like, this guy's like a 5'2" Mexican. He's scared of a fucking street fight. I bet you money he would never, like, try and, like, fist fight with someone, man. Like, if someone just, like, ran up and went at him. Like, this guy can, like, barely fucking defend himself, but he wants more foreign wars. He wants to invade more fucking countries, take people's oil. Like, all right, bro. Whatever you say, man. Whatever you fucking say, dude. So this is the current state of the conservative movement. They dropped it. They dropped the ball. They got a mandate in the States. They won a election pretty much by a landslide, as close to a landslide as a conservative government's going to get in America. In all likelihood, they won House, Senate, popular vote. I mean, they got it all. And we're now going to fight. We're going to do another proxy war for Israel, it looks like. This is like the current trajectory of things. Yeah. And maybe they'll take over Greenland. That's enough. That's super fucking, that's really going to improve American lives, right? Yeah, the fentanyl epidemic, let's invade Greenland. That should help it out. Like, all right, bro. This is what we're doing, bro. Like, I guess to end this video off, the conclusion. What's the conclusion, guys? What's the lesson? What's the lesson with all this thing I'm saying? Everyone gets what they deserve, right? So, the American current situation, you know, the shit that Nick Fuentes bitches about, like, every fucking day? Like, Israel, they fucking, why do they keep winning? Why do they keep taking over? It's because they deserve it, bro. And you don't, like, your movement does not deserve to buck the trend because they just aren't even mentally capable of doing it in their own fucking brain. Let alone going out on the streets physically and, like, really going after those people. They can't even win the battle mentally in their own fucking brain. They're falling for more bullshit. They're getting distracted with these stupid fucking foreign wars. This is where we are, bro. They took a Russian oil tanker. Fucking congratulations. The fucking Russians are honestly disappointing, man. They just fucking... They dropped a lot of balls as well lately, so what can you do? But none of this shit is helping with the Israel problem, man. You're just galvanizing the military complex and the foreign policy people. They're fucking loving it because now, like, they have the confidence of, like, a pretty solid amount of the population that they can wage more wars and, like, they'll actually have people supporting them, right? So they're fucking happy. Netanyahu's happy. Iran's in real trouble. They're talking about putting this fucking bum, Pahlavi, whatever. This guy's an unemployed bum, living off his father's name and his father's possessions and donations. This guy can't run a fucking... He can't run a private business, for all I fucking know. You think he can run a fucking country? Like, he's unemployed, man. He's an activist, quote unquote. Like, he doesn't have a real fucking job, bro. And you think this dude's gonna go and run a fucking war-torn country now, once this government gets overthrown. Okay. That sounds like the most stupid shit I've ever heard in my life, but okay. We're conservative, so let's do stupid shit, right? Why not? Why be smart? Why not, like, is it fucking Cuba that put all those people on the fucking Epstein list? Is it Cuba that fucking arranged the whole Jeffrey Epstein shit in the first place and compromised these fucking politicians and dragged America into wars with Iraq and Afghanistan and fucking Libya and all these other fucking... Is it Cuba doing it? Because he's talking about Cuba. Cuba is in trouble now. Cuba, like, they need to wash themselves because their government might be done so too. Is it Cuba that did all that? Is it Venezuela? Or is it Israel? Right? Because my impression is it's Israel. Right? So correct me if I'm fucking wrong. But I think Israel's the one that is fucking arranging this shit to happen. which 90% of Americans prior to like last week all said this is bad, Iraq war's a disaster, this is a disaster. Even fucking neocons were admitting that these wars were fucking disasters. And now you have these fucking dipshits cheering on another fucking like insurgency, pretty much, that you're waging. A sabotage operation against Iran. Because let's not kid ourselves, the CIA's there, Mossad is there, like they're there, bro. And if you think they aren't, I mean, it's not even worth having a conversation at that point. It's like, okay. You live in fucking My Little Pony land. I don't know. You live in like La La Land, you know? Like, what do you want me to do with that? I don't know. I can't do much with that. So yeah, conservatives, man, they're losing the ball, bro. They dropped it. They took their eyes off the prize. They had the right idea. They knew Israel was manipulating them. They knew Israel was underneath their fucking skin, like a parasite, like physically, like embedded into their fucking country. They dragged them into multiple wars. They shot up their fucking ship for no fucking good reason. Fucking like a prolonged barrage of bullets on USS Liberty. They did all this shit. There's a lot of countries that you've invaded that didn't do that. It's crazy, bro. You've invaded entire countries for less. Fucking Israel shoots up your fucking shit and you're like, oh, well, they didn't mean it. Oh, like, fucking pathetic, bro. Pathetic fucking movement. Pathetic people. Fucking shitty fucking intellectual capacity. They can't fucking see the bigger picture. This is what it is, bro. They're gonna fucking pat themselves on the back because on the 250th anniversary, they overthrew another country on behalf of Israel. Woohoo! America, fuck yeah. Like, bro, this is done, bro. This conservative movement, whatever hope it had, it's over. Even fucking Nick Fuentes, the guy who's supposed to be the truth talker, all this, he is fucking cheering on what they did in Venezuela. Your oil, my choice, ha ha ha. Like, yeah, fucking more foreign interventions, woo. Like, this is where we are, bro. I think Tucker didn't have much to say. Tucker was like, you know, he's a drug dealer, drugs are bad, and, you know, the oil's nice. Like, fuck, I didn't even listen, I don't know what he said, but, like, someone told me that's pretty much the gist of it. And this is where we are. So, Israel's still winning. America's losing. The West is compromised, to say the least. And this is where we are, bro. This is where we fucking are. We are in a dystopia, right, is pretty much the word for it. Because no one can keep their eyes on the fucking prize, bro. There's a fucking nation that is made up of like 8 million people that does so much damage to the rest of the world collectively. No one can keep their eyes on them. It's this, it's that, it's Venezuela, it's Iran again. Let's fucking get the Persian baddies and change the name to Persia, and let's tear down this fucking statue because I'm gay. Woohoo. Like, we're not winning, bro. Conservatives are not winning this war. No, it's not even a fucking war. It's not even worth calling that. This, like, kind of proxy conflict, ideological conflict with Israel. They're not winning. They're not. Israel still got it, bro. They're not washed up yet, I'll give them that. Maybe they are. Maybe they'll collapse soon. But, like, from what I can see, they still pretty much have Americans by the balls, man. Americans are very bad at learning. Very. They need to make the same mistakes so many times where I don't even know if they can learn. I don't know if they will, like, actually end up learning these lessons. I think they might do another Iraq pretty soon. Again, like, it seems like they're pretty much on board with another military intervention soon. They don't seem to be dissuaded one bit by it. They haven't figured out the Israeli issue. You know, Epstein, fucking, that guy's probably alive for all we fucking know. Fucking, who fucking knows, honestly. That guy he's probably chilling on another island now. And this is what it is, bro. Conservatives, they're fucking losing. And then there's this thing with ICE that happened recently. I'll just touch on this very quick. Like, that guy didn't have to kill her. I'm not even gonna bother. But, like, there's people, like, cheering that on. Like, that guy was such a fucking badass. Bro, he killed the fucking lady who, like, he moved out the way. He wasn't gonna get hit with that car, bro. But, whatever. This is the wins that conservatives can have now. Not against Israel. You're not gonna have any wins there. You're gonna be fucking towing the line for a long fucking time with Israel. But you can kill, like, a random fucking stupid liberal. I mean, good for you, bro. You can overthrow another third world country. Good for you. You can do that shit. You just can't handle Israel. Israel's just too tough. They're too good at what they do. And Americans are always not 1 step behind, 5 steps behind. Like, many steps behind, man. Like, they way fucking far behind. And this is what it is. So, yeah. Fucking, I don't know. Is there anything else to talk about? I think that pretty well covers it. Not happy, guys. Not happy. I thought Nick Fuentes, of all people, would be a little bit more, like, I haven't watched his show, like, the last couple of days. Maybe talked about Iran, and he's, you know, trying to be, like, the voice of reason here. But from what I heard about Venezuela, what he was saying, it's kind of a concerning sign. So, yeah, I think conservatives lost, bro. I think they're losing to Israel, and that's it, yeah. Okay, ciao, guys. Take it easy.